What's up, everybody? I'm back, man. Hey, check this out real quick before I go any further. This is a fitness channel with the twist. Today's twist is the last time I will clear something up here because, you know, I was an ex-dolphin, okay? And the hardest thing about overcoming those addictions, those vices, is admitting that you need help. You have to come clean with yourself. You got to admit to yourself that you are powerless over your addiction and seek help. Okay, there's different avenues that you could take out there to seek help. There's a lot of resources that I don't agree with because they'll deny you because of insurance purposes. So it's technically a business, man. It kind of sucks, you know what I mean? I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I cleaned up. I got busted, you know what I mean? And anybody that knows me, when I'm in the joint, or even behind them in the county system, I don't mess around. I don't fiddle diddle. But yeah, so anyways, people, I'm gonna get to this individual that's in denial, that's putting false information out there. He wants to speak on a phone call and saying something that I passed on information to somebody, and we all know who this is. The Mr. Speedy, Mr. Walkabout Man. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Hey, you need to admit to yourself, man, you're powerless over your addiction. You know, you're supplementing your carga use or your methadone for Bisto and painkillers. That's what we all know dope fiends do, especially when they hit that county jail. That's what they seek out. You know what I mean? They're always there shitting on themselves and all that, you know, and the homies, you know, we feel for them, you know what I mean? Because those are homies, no matter how you look at it, they're homies. And yes, I have homeboys that were a gang. Matter of fact, I grew up in that era. Most of the homies were tecatos. And I love them to death, you know what I mean? They laced me up, they gave me clecha and all that. But I'll tell you one thing, they were nothing like you, my boy. But anyways, here nor there. Let's get to the fitness program right here, man. I'm a full-time online fitness coach, okay? On my program, people, if you want to get started in your fitness journey, all you have to do is shoot me a DM. You could shoot me a DM at High Power Fitness. It's high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Either way, you reach out to me. We're going to have to hop on the phone. We're going to go over your fitness goals and see where you want to take your fitness journey to, because there is levels to this, people. You know what I'm saying? You may not even want to be extreme about it or make it a lifestyle. You may just want to drop, you know, a few dress sizes, a few bout sizes, a few notches in your bout because you have an upcoming event. You know what I mean? You might have a photo shoot with the family and you want to look proper. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm your man. Guaranteed to work. You know what I mean? I have a 90-day program, a 3-month program, guaranteed to work. You can lose up to 30 pounds of fat and build muscle. You could actually lose more than that, but that would take a lot of dedication and no fiddle diddling. And I can tell you one thing right now, man. There's very few people that sign up with my program that want to stick to the script 100%. You know what I mean? They want to justify why they're going to go out there and be on vacation and why they can't stick to the script. You know what I mean? It's all bullshit. You know what I mean? If you want the results, you're going to stick to the script no matter where you're at. I've done it myself. You know what I mean? I'm a living example. I went from 240 plus pounds, 44-inch waist. I took it all the way down to 147 pounds. I was like, man, at the very lowest you could possibly be with body fat. And I did that just to test my limits, people. You know what I mean? It's very, very hard to do. You know, that's where you really will find out what you're made of. And I took it to that level, you know what I mean? And the reason why I did that is because, like I said, I wanted to eliminate all the body fat on my body. So in order to do that, you know, you have to tackle the root of the problem, especially if you want a six-pack and all that. You have to eliminate that layer of fat. You cannot outwork a bad diet. You know, it's unheard of. Your core may be getting stronger, but the definition isn't going to show. It's going to be a waste of time. And then when you look yourself in the mirror, you're going to get discouraged and go back to your old ways. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important to hire a fitness coach. On my program, I dial in your nutrition. I customize your workout plan. Every workout comes with videos. I'm able to track all of this on my personalized training app. We have once a week Zoom calls. you will have my direct number where you could contact me at any given time of day, you know, to if you're struggling with anything or to ask me questions, or you might be going on a vacation and you want some tips on how you could go through your vacation without, you know, being derailed from your nutritional part. It's simple, you know what I mean? And I take the time to do that for you. I put you up on game, man, because there's no room for how should I say, I don't want my team members to make any type of excuse why they cannot stay dialed in. That's what I'm here for. I have a system that's guaranteed to work. I'm constantly traveling, you know, and the reason why I love to travel, for one, you know what I mean? I'm not getting any younger, so I'm doing the things that I was never able to do in my life. So I get out there, I mingle, and I like to show that and share that with everybody that's here on social media, especially my Instagram, to see what life has to offer. And when you're out there, you can still stay dialed in, you know what I mean? You could be that best version of yourself. You know, hey, we all know Las Vegas is hey, what do they call it? Sin City, temptation, land of temptation, all the pisto and everything that's going on there, that fun life. I used to live that life, man, but it doesn't bring any attention to me anymore, because, you know, that old life really got me nowhere. Today, what I do today, being the best version of myself, I'm on top of my A game, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm here to try to help others to learn how to do this, because there's a simple formula to it, you know what I mean? A simple system that you have to follow. So anyways, yes, I'm a full-time online fitness coach. If you guys want to get started, you know what time it is, man. We will get you to becoming that best version of yourself. I will help you get to your fitness goals and time collapse your journey, because I have a system that works, okay? So let's get on to the twist, man. Mr. Scooter. No, these Spence are my boy, because they can't say that, because that's one of my homies. Like, yeah, so Mr. Walker. I don't want to call you Johnny Walker, because you're the Tecate Walker. Mister, you claim Tecate, you know what I mean? Oh, it is what it is, you know what I mean? I ended up going to your video and see the things I've already known, because people were telling me, you know, what you were saying. They said you were basically crying about this shit, homie. But anyways, you know what restaurant I'm talking about. I think it's off of Ford and Whittier, you know, where they have chairs set up on the sidewalk. You were sitting in a walker, my boy. I don't give a fuck what color it was. You were sitting in a walker and you were drinking a pisto. Got to keep in mind, I haven't drank for years, and the last I remember, Tecates were solid red cans. Unless you bought the Caguamas, because that was my favorite beer. I actually got a tatuaje of it on my body. That's how much I used to drink it. So when I seen that can, I automatically thought it was a Modelo. What do they call them? The micheladas. The modern day fucking Clamato with Budweiser remedy for hangovers. It's a trip. Somebody was smart, man. They capitalized off that, because they got a bunch of suckers out there buying that shit. I don't know what they taste like, but I ain't about to try it either. I'm done with them days. Obviously, you're not, Mama G. You're in denial. So let's get to this phone call that you claim that went on with us. That is true. You did reach out to me. But if you're going to speak on something, speak the fucking truth. Scooter, Mr. Walker, speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because when you called me, you reached out to me, and we know the reason why you reached out to me. You used Blue Devil as an excuse to reach out to me, because I had said in one of my shorts that Blue Devil pissed on himself, and he did. You know what I mean? I call it how I see it. I don't have animosity towards the individual, but like I said, hey, things were said, and they're unforgiven. I don't have animosity towards you too. I just wish you would stop being a fucking dolphin in denial and accept the reality of this. You gotta stop doing what you do, my G. You know what I mean? But it's here nor there. You can't teach a fucking old dog new tricks, especially like you, old fucking mule. You know. So anyways, that phone call, when you reached out to me, what did you ask me? You asked me, hey, Canan, I would appreciate it if you wouldn't say Marvelous is from my barrio. Okay, for one, homie, how many fucking Maravillas are there? Ford, El Hoyo, Arizona, Lopez, MVP, Mariana Maravilla. You guys got multiple ones. I never was I never said exactly which one he was from. All I knew is he was from Maravilla, from your area. So anyways, I respected what you asked of me, homie, and I never said it again. And the reason why I never said it again either, too, not only just to respect you, I'm not that type of person that wants to go feeding off this dude. This fucking dude's already self-admitted. He's from your barrio, homie, straight up. You told on yourself. You even said in your videos, pull up where the homies meet, homie, and we'll decide what's going to happen with you. Quit it, homie. You done told on yourself. He is from your barrio. But anyways, so I respected that. And then you get to the Blue Devil situation, okay? Blue Devil, he said, hey, I got his number, homie, if you want to reach out to him, because that doesn't look good, you know, doing that on the internet. I wasn't going back and forth with him. I said what I had to say. He's the one who said that. But, you know, if anybody strikes at me, I'm going to strike back. Hey, I'm only human. You know what I mean? So anyways, yeah, reach out to him. And I said, are you fucking kidding me? How about those got priors on recording people? That's what I've been told. You know, I'm not going to take no chance. You know what I mean? Whether it be true or not, I have no idea. I mean, I don't doubt it. You know what I mean? But from what I've seen lately, he's doing something different. You know what I mean? I don't watch his shit. I thought I was going to watch it, but I just can't. You know what I mean? And like I said, I used to watch your shit too, homie. But you could tell you're straight doping, homie. But anyways, then you go and share something to me that you shouldn't even be speaking on. You said, hey, you got to be trucha, homie, because, you know, Blue Devil works under such and such. Okay. Now, let me bring this to your attention, homie. You played on the opposite end of the field, homie. Your area had a green light on you, okay? That's here nor there. That doesn't mean that you don't know people, because I know other people from Maravilla that took it to that next level. And from what I heard, you tried to claim that title as well and got in trouble with your homies. You know what title I'm talking about. I won't speak that either. Because the person that you spoke on in the supposed organization that he's attached to, I was taught that didn't exist. I will go to my grave saying that it does not exist. Even though everybody's out here speaking freely on it, and you're one of them, you know, you're never going to get me to admit to something that doesn't exist. You're crazy. I was laced up better than that. And we know what we're talking about. We know what I'm talking about, homie. So by you even putting Avato's name out there, that has a very, let's just put it this way, his voice is very influential behind them walls and out here in the neighborhoods, that was wrong of you. For one, who am I for you to report and share a sensitive topic, top secret shit with? I'm nobody. I played in the reindeer games when I did time behind them walls. Why? Because I respected what goes on. And I would never contest it, and I would never go against the grain. And I still live by them rules. I don't go against the grain. Okay? So anyways, supposedly you shared this information with me, right? Why would you do something like that? You don't know me at all. Our neighborhoods don't even get along. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. My neighborhood gets along with one barrio right now, and I'm not going to put that barrio out there. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't need to know. Okay? As far as where you come from, you're going to say everything and anything to fucking strike at me. Because that's the first impression that I got, homie, because you're just hating on me. Because we're almost the same age. I look the way I look, and you're stuck where you're stuck at. And I'm doing things. I'm traveling. I'm not boasting and bragging. I'm just telling people, you know, letting people know, hey, there's a better life than just hanging out right there in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Opportunities there for everybody. But anyways, who am I? Once again, who am I that you felt that you would have to share confidential information with me? You're a fucking liar. You're a tecato in denial. You know what I mean? Just the other day, I seen you on your video. Your glasses kept falling to your head, and every time you went to reach for them, your hands were all shaky and all that. Those are either withdrawals, or maybe you got Parkinson's. I know your dementia's kicking in. You know what I mean? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got selective hearing, you got selective memory. But anyways, like I said, I'm nobody for me to share anything with that, okay? Now you're trying to say that I shared something with somebody from up north. We all know who it is, Gunner. No. Gunner helped me out, and Gunner wasn't the only one. My homeboy helped me out. Gunner helped me out. And there was this other youngster from up north that helped me out, and the reason why is because Gold Toes is part of my team, and he works for Gold Toes. He's on his payroll, helped me build some thumbnails. As you can see, I figured it out on my own, and I keep simple ones. I don't get fancy, because fancy fails. You know what I mean? Simple scales and fancy fails. That's what I believe. That's what I teach my team members as well. So, as far as them building my channel, no one built my channel. You mentioned something today about slugs. Obviously, people are going to feed off of this. You got a lot of views because you spoke on this individual right here. Hey, I got views too. But you see the difference between me and you? I'm not in it for the views and clicks, homie. I don't depend on this for my income. You know what I mean? I'm an entrepreneur. Okay? I know how to teach people to get to where I'm at today. Yes, I'm going to say it again. I own my property. Trust and believe, you couldn't even pay the insurance on my property, homie. You said, oh yeah, I've worked at aerospace for X amount of years and you got toys. But you're still renting. You have nothing to show for. Toys? Go try to sell one of those. You're not going to get what you put into it. Trust and believe. And your ass lying again saying that I had $10,000 rims. $10,000 rims, that's a foolish thing to do. I said my tires on my 4x are valued at $750 a piece. It comes out to 3 racks. Okay, that's not getting fancy. That's what was required in order to have on my 4x. But anyways, that's here nor there. This YouTube, trust and believe. The little bit of feria that I get from here, hey, all is appreciated. You know what I mean? It goes to putting in gas, maybe a week's worth of gas, because I do a lot of traveling. I have vehicles that I had to fill up with gas. You know, so anyways, you need to stop your lying, homie. You know why you reached out to me on that phone call? The main reason, homie, was because you wanted to ask me to stop saying that fucking Marvelous was from your barrio. And I respected that. But at the end of the day, you went and told on yourself. You know what I mean? You said, hey, come down to the barrio, homie. You know where the homies meet at, and we'll figure it out. So he is from your barrio. So those are dolphin ways, homie. I'm telling you right now. And then you're part of your audience that believe you. Hey, keep on supporting this guy. Hey, it is what it is. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but you need to hear the truth, okay? This supposed information. Why would I share something with somebody from up north? Let me bring something to your attention. That fucking puto grandson of yours reached out to you wanting to start a mesa. They don't run the same system as we do up there. They're very militant. But yet you were willing to hop aboard, and you actually still think you're part of that. Well, low-key, I think you are, because you were calling me Tecato Fitness yesterday. You could call me all you want, homie. If I was a Tecato, or ever had been in my life, I would be proud to say it. I've been everything else but that, homie. You know what I mean? I did a caldo with my homeboy, Big Casper, rest in peace, right there at his pad, right there on Lashbrook. And the high was so good, it scared the fuck out of me. So I chose not to ever do that again. But then I ran into the next worst fucking dope, and it was Pierda. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no deal. I'm still considered not a dope fiend, but a drug addict, because it only takes that one mistake and you fall right back into place where you left years ago. I've been clean for years. You, unlike you, you're in denial, homie. It's crazy. Trust and believe. Once you admit to yourself, hey, if you're slamming still, or fucking supplementing that fucking carga for fucking pills and pisto, so be it. Be proud of it. Ain't nobody else paying for it, right? That's the way I looked at it. So you guys are like the worst kind, man. I'm telling you. I had a lot of homeboys, like I said. I grew up in that era of, you know, the homies slamming and shit. You know, like I said, even my carnal was one. But none of them behaved like you. They were with the business. And we all know. You want to talk about PC, homie? I'm going to keep it real with you. I met there's a lot of solid motherfuckers that come from your audience. Different cliques. Okay. But I guarantee you were that person because you were a fucking dolphin. As soon as you hit processing, you PC'd up. You went straight to the Maravilla module where you knew that you would be safe and relaxed and the homies would take care of you. Okay? And there was nothing jumping off there. Like I said in my last video, you're fucking full of shit. When you hit Wayside, nobody applied those rules. You know that because you did most of your time was done in the county. I did a lot of time in the county, all over the same places you said, except for the Honor Ranch. The best place I ever went to was Biscaloo Center. But even then, that little place was rock and roll, kick off rayetas and shit. Okay, but that's here nor there, homie. But yeah. So if you're gonna tell something, homie, speak on something, say the whole truth. Don't fucking say half the truth because, you know, half the truth is as bad as a whole fucking lie. You say that I relate something to Gunner? No. What the fuck would I relay that is so confidential? Whenever I had spoken with Gunner, is because he made a thumbnail for me. He would help me out, and he's real quick with it, so he'd send me over a thumbnail. But now I do everything on my own. You know what I'm saying? And this fucking one puto from your fucking camp, oh, you see his hashtags? If you know anything about hashtags, you fucking lame, your phone has automatic memory. I'm not going to sit there and type up everything. I go tap, 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 tap. And why wouldn't I use their fucking channel names? They have very good traction on them. It's a business move. It's a strategy. Just like when I used to pull up to their lives back in the day when I first started, and this is before paperwork surfaced on Dubs. Yeah, I already knew of Gunner. He's deemed no good, but that doesn't pertain to down here. Why? Because he was red on red, and I'm not going to look into it like the way you fucking babosos do. It's none of my business. At the end of the day, hey, I'm going to remember him the way I first met him. The same thing like with Dubs, you know what I mean? Hey, if me and Dubs ever cross paths in the system, which I hope we never have to, hey, Dubs has something coming. Other than that, I don't watch the stuff no more. When I first used to watch it, everybody watched it. I used to announce my arrival. Why wouldn't I? That was a strategy, you dumb motherfuckers. They would mention my name, give me my shout outs. And they would bring curiosity to like, who's this guy? Who's High Power Fitness? And I would get follows. And to Mr. fucking Mr. Slugs, the one that you support, oh yeah, they said you're a PC sympathizer. That's a harsh word to use because they try to use that on me too. I watched Slugs at the beginning. He made a lot of sense, but then I seen the way he was taking it, and it's like, oh no, there's something wrong with this dude. He's a PC. So I don't watch him at all anymore. But you just said yourself, he made a video writing off of what's going on with us. Yeah, smart man. It's a hustle. What the fuck do you think I did? What, there's double standards here? What it is you hate. You're a straight fucking hater. Because I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm like your neighbor from down here. You know, check this out. I seen on your video, pull up, trust me, you don't want me to pull up, G. And at the end of the day, I really don't have animosity towards you like that. And the day when I did see you, because I got a bad habit of doing this, I said it was the other day. To me, the other day was at the beginning of the year when I seen that. And that's before I knew that you were throwing all them jabs. But the way you spoke just recently, if I were to see you right there, oh, you guaranteed I would pull up to see what's going on. You got something on your chest that you need to share something with me? Guaranteed I would do that. But trust me, you ain't worth it, homie. I would be the one my family would be the one losing. I got a lot on my plate, and you are not worth even being a crumb on my plate. Straight up. Yeah, so that happened at the beginning of the year. I'm going to give you another example. My wife could ask me, and it's a very bad habit, where you at? Oh, I'm down the street. I could be in your barrio, but I say that I'm down the street. Okay? This is just a bad habit that I've carried, you know what I mean? So let's get this straight. When I said I seen him the other day, that was at the beginning of the year. And yes, you were in a walker. And yes, you were drinking a pisto. And yes, you had a blank stare on your fucking face. You look dead, homie, straight up. I'm just calling it how I see it. I'm not here to fucking put any extra on the salsa, any extra salsa on the taco. You know, There's no need for me to do that. Okay? And the only reason why I brought this out, homie, is because you started throwing jabs at me. If you would have just kept me out of your little fucking conversations, I'll give you an example. I was watching one of your videos one time, and I seen you, low-key saying you're speaking your mind, or stating your opinion, and I was all cool with it. But at the end, you had to throw in that jab. I said, look at this motherfucker. And I even said on my video, I said, that part you could have left out, homie. This shit's therapeutic to me right here. You know what I mean? It's a place of entertainment. I'm not going to change my ways for nobody. I'll never go against the grain, I tell you that, because I have respect for the homies back there, the ones that are out here still doing their thing. And like I said, when I was in there, I played in the reindeer games. You didn't play no reindeer games, homie. The only rain you played in was the black rain. Slamming. That's it. You chased the fucking dragon. Keep it real. It is what it is, Doesn't mean you're a bad dude. But don't sit here and lie on other people. That shit is wrong. Well, anyways, people, I hope I didn't leave anything else out. As far as Mr. fucking Lucky, oh, that's another thing. I address everybody as Mr. That's to one of your fucking followers, you fucking punk. I address everybody as Mr. Mr. Lucky, I've addressed Mr. Slugs, all these cats. That's the way I address people, okay? So, Mr. Lucky, I'm not going to pursue you. You just said the other day, there's no restaurant where I kick it at. Well, fuck, I don't know where you kick it at, homie. Trust me, I wasn't looking for you. I was driving down the street, and the speed I was traveling, I happened to notice you, and you were sitting right there. I believe it's on Ford and Whittier Boulevard, homie. You know which restaurant I'm talking about. Don't act stupid. That was you. It was at the beginning of the year, and you were sitting in a walker. Whether it be yours or not, you owned it because you were sitting in it. Like I said, you looked like you were just staring into fucking space, like you were dead. You look like one of those things that you see in a stuffed animal museum. A big-ass polar bear. I forget they got a name for them people that fucking shoot them up and stuff them and shit. But that's the way you look, homie. You're a big dude. You guys claim... Oh, I'm not even going to go there with that. But anyways, people, like I said, keep it real. Admit to yourself, homie, that you need help. If you don't want help, fuck what everybody thinks. Keep on being that tecato you are. Go beast. That's what I used to do. I'm still an addict. I just don't fuck around no more. Stay away from that shit. Why? Because I wouldn't have what I have today. I'm very prosperous in my journey here. I'm very successful. I'm an entrepreneur. And there's a way to go about doing this. And if anybody that needs help on taking those steps, hey, reach out to me. I don't mind helping anybody out. Anyone that's going through the struggle. You, on the other hand, oh yeah, that's another thing. You wanted to join your mess. I think you are part, low-key, you are part of that mess with fucking old Narizon, Mr. fucking, I called him out, calling me out on what, you dumb motherfucker? You never reached out to me. You got it fucked up. Because if you would have went and called me out, I would have said, well, fuck, let's set this shit up, homie. Shit, don't threaten me with a good time. Straight up. Well, anyways, you address me as Mr. Tecato Fitness now. Hey, that's all good. Keep doing your thing, chicken wing, you know what I mean? It's hilarious, you know what I'm saying? Hey, this is the healthiest motherfucking Tecato I bet you've ever seen in your life. Hey, but anyways. So I rambled on a little bit about that, but yet you're willing to fucking ride aboard with somebody from up north and somebody that's no good. Yeah, so that PC sympathizer, it kind of does fit you, homie. I mean, I don't want to say that. It's a harsh label because I've been labeled it too. No, it's just if you think about it, it's entertainment. You tune in. And all you motherfuckers out there saying that I tune into Dubs and Gunners channel, I'm going to sleep at that time, you dumb motherfuckers. What the fuck are you guys doing in there? Sitting in the audience? There's no difference. Why? Because you're not leaving comments? You're there though, every fucking day. Just like Lucky, you know everything about Gunner and Dubs and all these guys, all these channels. Why? Because that's all you have to do in life. This social media is your life. You ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself, homie. I got more to life than this. I'm frying big fish on my motherfucking barbecue. Oh, let me rephrase that. I'm fucking barbecuing big fish on my grill. It is what it is, homie. I'm going to keep on doing me. You know what I mean? If you ever see me on Whittier Boulevard, pull over. More than likely, I'll be eating at fucking Sophia's, her little taco truck. And going over there and getting my my Warichi from, I forget the name of that truck, but I go get my cup of Warichi at the same time. By the Wells Fargo Bank, homie. That's where I'm always at. Across the street from the welfare office. Next to that fucking Chinese fucking restaurant right there. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, you live there, you never leave the boulevard. I'm not there all the time, homie, but if you ever see me, hey, pull over and say what you have to say, homie. You know what I mean? And we'll take it from there. But as far as me looking for you, it's not that serious, homie. Straight up. Anyways, with that being said, man, if you want to get started on your fitness journey, hit me up. It's high-power-fitness, high_power_fitness_. You can email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Don't talk about it, be about it. Now hit that hype button, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. It's Coach Pedro in the building. High Power Fitness. We don't talk about it, we be about it. West Coast vibes, real grind, real game. Let's go. Rolling up early, sun ain't even rise yet. Mindset locked in, goal set, no regrets. Weights clank loud like a war zone echo. Discipline the weapon, every rep is a death blow. From the struggle to the hustle, we built this empire. No shortcuts, just sweat, pain, and fire. Nutrition dialed in, body sharp like a blade. Mental game strong, never fold, never fade. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, heart in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, heart in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. No gimmicks, no fluff, just truth and grit. Every setback's a setup for a comeback hit. We break limits, crush vices, elevate the mind. High power's the movement, leave the weak behind. From the streets to the gym, it's the same mentality. Respect, loyalty, strength, that's reality. So if you ready to transform, step in the zone. This ain't just fitness, it's a kingdom, a throne. High power, we rise, we grind, we shine. West Coast still in the soul, heart in the line. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's the code. Coach Pedro got the blueprint, now watch it explode. High power, we rise,